hope you're doing well. We are gonna do a what's for dinner video today. I am gonna make you guys a full video. I feel like a lot of times now I've been posting shorts just because my phone needs more space on it. I need to make more space, but I'm using my husband's phone this evening and I miss making these videos so much. I love making regular videos more than shorts. So it is just me and little man here. I'm gonna make him some dinner, and my older son and my husband and our dog are out back playing. It is honestly so, I'm gonna prop you guys up here. It is honestly so cold here in Virginia. And I love that it's so cold and I've got my pumpkin shirt on, but it is supposed to snow. Today is Thursday. It is supposed to snow Saturday. And I think that we're supposed to get a pretty big snow. So we are just kind of hanging out, waiting for the snow. I'm so excited. And the boys are kind of getting some runaround time. Hayden had a lot of energy. All right, guys, I am making Jordan's dinner. So I'm kind of pacifying him with these little smoothie melts. But yeah, it is cold, but they're gonna take like 20 or so minutes just to play outside anyways while I get dinner rolling. I am going to make my husband and I a chicken pot pie. My younger son, Jordan, would probably eat this. He's not a picky eater and will really try anything. So he probably could eat with us, but the chicken pot pie takes a little bit longer and we were at Target. So I didn't get around to getting that done quickly and he's hungry now. So he is gonna have some of these sweet potato bites from Aldi. He absolutely loves these. He loves these and the broccoli bites. These are gluten-free. They only have 7 ingredients. He is obsessed with these and they honestly have a really good taste. I like them a lot too. So I'm gonna start preparing his dinner and just take you guys along with this because I love making these videos. So come hang out with us this evening. There's Hayden peeking in, and let's make some dinner. Something we really needed today, we were getting a new toaster. So this is a two-slice toaster we got at Target today and picked up. I have made it my goal to clear off some of my countertops. You can see now I just have some dinner stuff sitting around. But I took my toaster off the counter and I wanted one, I actually threw it away. I wanted one that would fit in this drawer. So this one fits in this drawer. I'll show it to you guys. It fits right down in there and I am in love with it. Let me see. My husband's out there with this guy.
Where my Miz? I wanted to take these Miz off.
I know you do, honey, but it's cold. Right, guys, I have the little sweet potato bites in the microwave. I'm gonna give Jordan one of these apple strawberry squeezies to hold him over while these cool. I'm also gonna cut him up a banana. So I'll show you guys as I get everything together. Okay, Jordan, you ready for your squeezy? Those are so good. Those little yogurt melts they're from Costco. They are so yummy. Is that good? Yeah. All right, guys. Next, we are going to get in our cookbook. I am putting together a cookbook for my family just to have here of recipes that I really like that I found on TikTok, cookbooks, Pinterest, anywhere, and I'm just typing them up so I have an easy place to go to them. So I am making a chicken pot pie recipe that I always make. To make this, we're gonna do butter, onion, pepper, salt, flour, chicken broth, milk, cooked chicken. I'm gonna be using canned chicken tonight. Mixed veggies, pie crust, and a can of potatoes. That is optional, but I have a can of sliced potatoes and I'm gonna throw it in there. First things first, I went ahead and pulled my pie crust out of the fridge so it could be getting more room temperature, and I'm gonna preheat my oven to 425. Feel free to screenshot this if you want to. Also, I'm gonna try to walk you through step by step the ingredients. So I have my pie crust. I've got them pulled out here. These are the Aldi pie crust. I love their pie crust, and they've been wrapping them in parchment paper inside so it doesn't stick to itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my oven preheated, and these can kind of sit on here too and get warmed up. What did I say? 425? I think that's what I said. Yeah, 425, and we're gonna get out Jordan's little sweet potato nuggets. He ate his squeezy. I'm gonna cut him up a banana. Okay guys, I got Jordan's banana cut up, and I actually was forgetting when we left Target, we actually picked my older son up McDonald's and he ate that on the way home. So he's good. So Hey-Hey's actually already ate dinner. So I wanted to show you guys these cute little sippy cups we got at Target. It was a little 2-pack, and this one says little and loved, and they've got little smiley faces on them. I love these. We're gonna try to start switching Jordan's milk from the bottle to the sippy cup. So we're trying to get more sippy cups. I had a bunch of these when Hayden was little, but they had went through it. Some of these had gotten chewed up. So we're getting our fresh ones now for Jordan. So guys, while I cook, I love to watch Reba. Reba is like my comfort show, and I love putting her on and cooking. So I'll normally have my tablet set up here with Reba on because that is my favorite show. Right now, I started the season over and I'm watching the episode. I think it's called The Man in the Moon. And I also wanted to show you guys, for Christmas, my mom got me this super cute Corksicle bottle. It is so cute with this pretty plaid on it. I love this. It keeps my water good and cold. And it is just so cute, and it's not as big as my Stanley. So I like that. So we have a whole setup here. Next thing, I got my pie pan out, and I have been using this 100% pure avocado oil spray. I got this as a double pack at Costco, and I love this stuff. So I just sprayed this. I'm gonna wipe it down to get the spray all even so my pie crust doesn't stick. And then a really good hack, normally this doesn't happen, but I always put my pie pan on a cookie sheet in case it bakes over so it doesn't get in my oven. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay guys, I got all my ingredients out. You guys are gonna hear some noise in the background because my husband is entertaining the boys. So first things first, in your skillet, we are gonna heat up 1/3 cup of butter, and I just chop up, I don't have a measurement for chopped onion. I love onion. I could probably even put more than this, but I just roughly chopped up some onion. So we are going to melt this down. Let me cut the heat on and I'll kind of get it there, and then I'll show you the progress. This is what I was telling you guys. Aldi has been wrapping their pie crust in parchment paper so it doesn't stick to itself. I absolutely love this. Okay, I got my first pie crust shell in there. I sprayed that good. Got this melting down. I love making chicken pot pie because it is just a comfort food. It is something my mom always used to make. And it's just like a one-pot dinner. Like, you don't have to make sides. You don't need to make vegetables. It's all in one dinner, and I love that. All right, guys, so I've got my butter pretty much all melted down with my onion. This is nice and hot. I am going to now pour in my flour mixture. This is 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and the recipe I have typed up is 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, but I do 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I like a little bit more. So we are just gonna pour this into this melted butter, and we're gonna make a roux. Okay, I got the flour in there. I'm gonna stir this around good. Okay, guys, and you're gonna let this thicken. You wanna let this cook just very, very shortly. You don't want it to burn, but you want it to cook that flour taste out of it. Okay, guys, I removed that from the heat. So next, we are going to pour in a 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth and 3/4 cup of whole milk. We are gonna just pour that in, and we're gonna put it back on the heat. Okay guys, I have the chicken broth and the milk in here. We are gonna stir this around good, and we are gonna let this come to a boil, and we're gonna let it thicken. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get to that part. But guys, this is so good. I'm so excited for this. I also wanted to say, this is a really good cheap meal. Me and my husband have been trying to watch our grocery budget with groceries being so much and us being a one-income family. This is just a good meal. This normally feeds my husband for lunch tomorrow. There's plenty of leftovers. It is just a hearty meal. It's a really filling meal. And a lot of times you have the stuff on hand, like the can of potatoes is absolutely not a must. I just put it in there to kind of bulk it up a little bit when I have it. But I wouldn't go specifically buy them. I have sliced potatoes. You can buy them diced. garlic can, but I don't have any of those, so I'm just using sliced, but those would probably even work better. But you could use just chicken from your freezer and cook it up. You could use chicken from a rotisserie chicken. I'm using just canned chicken, but canned chicken from Aldi is a good price. And then a lot of times bag veggies are super cheap. A lot of times we keep those just on hand. Milk, chicken broth, a lot of those things are things people have in their fridge, their pantry. So this is just something that is a really good budget meal that is filling for your family. And you could really do anything you wanted with this. You could add all kinds of veggies. You could do it meatless. If you didn't have meat and you wanted to cut back on some spending, you could just make this without meat. Honestly, it would be good without chicken. I like a lot of things without meat. So you could add more things like celery or some more onion. You could do all kinds of things that you wanted to do. Kind of make it a potato pot pie or whatever. This is just a really affordable meal that can really stretch for your family. Also, another way to save money is if you make your own pie crust. I personally, I don't know, I feel like I've made my own pie crust before when I've made an apple pie, but I don't have a set recipe for it. So I just buy the Aldi pie crust. I think it's really a good price. Sometimes I find pie crust at one of my discount stores that's has things kind of close to date, and I'll buy it and freeze it. Or sometimes they'll even have them already frozen and I'll buy them that way. But I just like to not have to make a pie crust because life gets busy. I got this to a boil. I just pulled it off the heat because I was going to show you guys. I got this to a nice thicken. It kind of almost looks like a gravy. We are going to immediately pour in our veggies, our mixed veggies. We're going to pour in our potatoes and our chicken and stir it all around. All right, guys, I did not use the whole can of potatoes, but I poured all the mixed veggies in and the chicken. Look how good and just thick this is. This is just so good. So I am going to pour this in my pie crust. Then I'm going to top it with my other one and cut slits in the top so it can ventilate good. And I'll show you kind of what that looks like. Okay, I got my pie crust on here. It's not perfect, but it looks good. You can cut any sort of design that you want to cut. And I'm going to pop this in my preheated oven at 425 for 35 minutes. Now I'm going to clean up. I have been doing, guys, the Fly Lady cleaning method. If you guys have never heard of her, you should check out her YouTube channel or her Instagram. I have been emptying this in the morning and just reloading it during the day. And now, of course, because I've been cooking and we were out of the house, I've got some stuff to put away. But this is going to be an easy cleanup for dinner. There's not a lot of stuff, not a lot of pots, really one pot. I just kind of used some bowls so I could space out ingredients to show you guys measurements. But I'm going to load this and get the dishes going. Do you want to say hi? Sky was supposed to get groomed today and our groomer had to cancel. So she's got to go next week, but her little face is getting really long. Alrighty, guys, I got the crust nice and brown. This was in there for 35 minutes. This is going to be what's for dinner, but I got to let this sit for a little bit so it can kind of set up because I just pulled this out. It is so hot. But I'm also thinking about making some of this old-fashioned crisp. I made this one day with peaches and it was so good. This was only $1.49 at this discount grocery store I go to. And this, let's see, I'm gonna use, you can use peaches or anything, but I'm gonna use, I have a can of apple pie filling. Before, when I made this with peach, I didn't use pie filling, I just used peaches. So I think this will be really good, and I have some vanilla ice cream I need to use up. So I think we're gonna have this for a little dessert. So I'll show that to you guys. This needs to be preheated to 375. I'm gonna go ahead and get this going while this is cooling. Okay, guys, so first thing I'm gonna do in a small bowl is stir together this crisp mix with a tablespoon of water until crumbly. Okay, so I stirred this together with a little bit of water till it's crumbly. Next, it says prepare fruit as directed. So since I'm using pie filling, I'm gonna spread that evenly in a baking dish. I think I'll grease the baking dish a little bit, and then I'm going to sprinkle this crisp over top. Okay, I just put in the pie filling, and guys, I've never used the Aldi pie filling, but gosh, this smells amazing. I cannot wait to eat this, so I'm gonna crumble this on top. Okay guys, I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. I'll see how it looks at 25. Really excited for this. It smells so good. Okay, I scooped it out. It is piping hot. If you guys can see the steam coming out. If you're more patient than me, I always cut into this too early and it never scoops out very pretty. But if you can be more patient than me, I would let it sit for a good 15 minutes to set more. I'm always impatient and scoop mine out early and then it looks like this, but it all tastes the same and it's super yummy. I really suggest you guys make this. I'm gonna try to remember to show you guys the apple little crumble, that easy thing at the end. If I don't, thank you guys so much for watching, but I'm gonna try to remember to show you. His last thing of the night, I got the apple crisp out of the oven. I just made a small little 8x8. Put some vanilla ice cream on that, and it is so good. And another little hack, I always dip, I get really hot water and put my ice cream scoop in it to help cut through the ice cream. But I am going to enjoy this and get the kitchen together, which I've already started dishes, but I have a couple more. And we are gonna relax for the rest of the night. I really appreciate you guys watching and being here. Thank you so much.